Hey everyone,
The train
I'm
blocked my
Noah
way
from the
forward,
Super Gamer
but
Bros,
it was
and
here for
welcome
a
back
reason. It had a role to
to
play.
another part of Alan Wake 2. I have to rewrite the derailed train scene. My gosh, these maps are ridiculously large. Oh,
The plot element I found would drive the story forward.
I guess we'll do missing FBI agent first.
Hello? Anyone there? Dead.
Wake.
No need to worry about those guys.
The
Whoa.
scene had changed.
They obviously did some stuff here. Gasoline.
The cult poured the gasoline over the train car. An iron cage that would soon become a coffin.
Wake. You are taken away.
He smacked me and then turned his back on me. Any more shadow dudes? Takens? Yeah, I pay attention. I had a
It was
feeling.
locked from the other side.
Oh, right, the black with that one.
Go on, ma'am. Go on, ma'am.
This is where the history of the cult gets genuinely disturbing. The cultists track down the torchbearers living in the tunnels. They lock the poor folks up in a derailed subway car, douse it in gasoline, and... yeah.
Charming.
It turns into a bit of a ghost story after that. They say the dark smoke from the fire still roams the tunnels searching for new victims to devour.
There are no happy endings in this city.
The story thread felt important. I could use it in one of the scenes I'd found.
Maybe I end up going back and it affects the collapsed tunnel. I'm surprised they let me change it from this side. That's what I wanted to see. And, it did nothing.
It could not be opened on this side. A sick and twisted story. But it worked. The subway car had become a burnt husk. I could get through it now. It was locked from the other side.
Jesus.
None of this was real. It was all real. Fuck me.
Jeez. Ladder down, that's good to know. And this is the other side of the door, of course. That's odd. I don't quite get those arrows.
Wait.
I didn't know the door was open. Hopefully they're not coming after me. My goal is to search for the cult. Of course.
Alan Wake.
My path was blocked. I had to find a way through. The lights would help me.
Yeah, I wanted to check this room first. I knew it was a quick save. Now I'm a little confused. Oh. Okay. is somebody there. No, I'm not Alan Wake. Well, I don't get that. Hold on. It's a cart next to me. I can take the light from here, but that doesn't affect the door or anything. Yeah, it seems like I shouldn't even be able to take it from here.
Alan Wake.
No. What? Oh, come on.
Alan Wake. Wake.
I'm just a little confused.
Wake. Wake. Alan Wake. Wake.
The echoing hall had a story to tell.
This is a new scene, which means I can change it. I just wanted to search it all the way before I changed it. Oh yeah, okay.
I had a new scene to use, a new setting.
Just a blood and a symbol. I can't get anything. It's weird.
The hall had changed into the murder cult's hideout. The cultists were close now, a dark presence rising from the depths.
The Fed had witnessed something here that made him run scared. Whether the summoning ritual had been a bona fide supernatural event or the mass psychosis of stark raving lunatics, it didn't change the facts. The cult was messing with things no one should mess with.
The ritual was a vital part of the story, the key to reaching the murder site. I had a new idea, a new story thread. This was dark, but the story had to be dark.
Dang, so I gotta get all the way back to the collapsed tunnel. That only must progress when you find new locations that he's posted in.
changed.
Homeless people painted the tree there. Tree of torchbearers painted the tree there. The tree of knowledge. The tree of life with its roots reaching down to hell. It could have been a Christmas tree for all the good it did him.
The dark presence. Fuck! 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 Fuck!
Whew. Well, there's the Dark Presence. That's the first time we've actually seen it in this game, I do believe. Other than just the Takens.
I couldn't hear the dark presence. It was gone. The tunnel was open now. I could get in. Shit.
I promise I'm matching run buttons. Ooh.
The dark presence. I had seen it before.
It's been a
I
while.
remembered now. It was always out there, hunting me. I had found the murder site. Somehow the victim's heart was the key. Something had shifted. I felt an overwhelming closeness to home. An FBI agent? Who are you?
What is this? Who are you?
She can hear me.
I'm Saga Anderson, FBI.
This is Alan Wake. I'm trapped here. The dark place. Under Cauldron Lake.
Cauldron Lake. Who are you?
I'm trying to escape. I'm making progress, but I'm in danger. The dark presence. Help me. Please, help me. I could sense it. I was closer to home. Had the woman in the vision helped me somehow? Something had changed. Outside. Parliament Tower. Where I'd lived with Alice. It was out there. Waiting for me.
Some say that it lives forever, this road that I lose you on every time. Some say that it lives forever, this road. Some say that it lives forever.
The music in this game is really good. It's up for a lot of the Game Awards this year, so I'm very excited to see how it's going to turn out because I'm loving this game. Actually, by the time these videos come out, the award show will be long over, I do believe. It tells me how many charges I have also.
Who was writing who? Who was writing this poem? Me? No.
Like he could tell.
Stepping to the murder site, I'd felt it, hanging in the air. A meaning. The violent emotion of the act. Like a cloud of wrath. The dead eyes of the victim staring at something you couldn't see, and yet making you aware of it. Something that soaked into this place on a molecular level, overlapping with your meaningless existence. Regression to something you had managed to forget. Marking you. Taking you for a ride. Making you crazier.
Thanks, Alex. Oh, gosh. I don't always mean to do that. Oh. I thought I wasn't sprinting in those chase scenes, but he's just not very fast. Get to the apartment in Parliament Town. We love
The
light.
station had changed. I was closer now.
Closer to what? Parliament Street? I mean, I already have 2 charges.
Parliament Tower. Our home in New York.
That one?
Was I really this close to being home? Going up to our apartment?
Oh, wow.
Would I be home?
That is very
Or
close.
was this just an echo of the real thing? Even then, the murder site had brought me one step closer to escape.
The phone.
The payphone at the edge of the plaza was ringing again.
Hey, Alan. Thank God it picked up. I thought I lost you again.
Who are you? Why are you helping me?
Did you go deeper? To the overlap?
Are you talking about the murder site? Yeah, I did.
That's fantastic, Alan. We're closer to getting out. We're making progress.
Well, we would be if you would answer my damn questions.
Last time we spoke, you were pretty worried about Alice. Did you ever check Parliament Tower? To make sure she really got out of the dark place?
Well, of course she got out. That's why
It's
I'm here.
unclear.
That's the whole goddamn point.
Be very careful, Alan. The dark presence is stealing from you. It can already manifest as your double. Scratchable.
Wait, hello?
So there's a good and a bad Alan Wake, and one of them is the darkness?
traitor. Maybe he was a victim. The cult, using his words. Or maybe he was the monster behind it all. Either way, Alice Wake, his ex, she knew things. It was there in her art for all to see. A cry for help. The darkness she'd witnessed. And that put her in danger.
Was Alice here? In the story?
That would be really cool. I knew as soon as there was an elevator it was gonna be sketchy.
Alice's photo equipment. Set to go off when the door opens.
Get out! Leave me alone!
Alice! Alice! Alice. This is a photo of Scratch. How did Alice get this? Is he stalking her? This is the door to my study, where I wrote my books. This symbol wasn't here before. Alice's video camera. No memory card inside.
I was gonna say we need something for that. Was she researching, trying to get him out, do you think?
Alice's memory card.
And that's part one, okay.
When I was younger, photography was everything to me. I moved to New York thinking I'd make it as an artist. And then I met Alan. We had a good thing. We were both dedicated by our creative ambitions. The only difference was that Alan's work made money. He brought me work when he could. I took his promo shots, created covers for his books. I'm sure he forced his publisher into it. I was taking photos, just not my photos. And that gnawed at me. Things got complicated sometimes, but that's life, right? We loved each other. Then Alan hit a block. I brought out a meaner side of him. One I didn't like. I set up a trip to see a doctor in Washington. I didn't tell him until we got there. We argued. Things went wrong. And he was just gone. Drowned, allegedly. It's easy for people to think it was my fault. Hell, I do, too, sometimes. 6 years ago, I started hearing noises in the night. Typewriter keys clacking. Voices. Alan was back. Haunting me. Then it got violent. It was Alan. And yet, it was a monster. He always did have anger in him. I set up cameras around the apartment with motion sensors and flashes. Now, when the monster comes, I turn it into art. My nightmares caught on film. And this is the focus of my new exhibition. To show people the world is so much darker than they ever knew. I'm calling this exhibit The Dark Place.
Alice. Scratch was terrorizing her. Why?
That's really interesting, though. All those paintings are pictures of her demon.
I sat in the writer's room and wrote a story. Initiation. To project myself through the dark place, to look for a way out. The story had brought me here, brought me nowhere. Looked me back. I was writing the story. And in the story, I now stepped into the writer's room. But there was no one here writing it.
How confusing. I don't really understand what we just witnessed.
Okay, let's recap what you've told us so far, Alan. For the past 13 years, you've been trapped in a nightmare dimension called the Dark Place.
Yeah.
It's like New York, but it's not New York. And can be reached from the bottom of Cauldron Lake, but it's not really under the lake. And after all this time, you've managed to get out.
Yeah.
But so has your evil doppelganger. Mr. Scratch? Or is it the Dark Presence?
Oh, okay.
Both. It's interchangeable. He's Scratch when he looks like me, but he can change into this other form.
And Scratch, the Dark Presence, wants to rewrite the world in his own image.
Which would be in your image, as he looks just like you.
And turn the world into a fucking nightmare.
During Deerfest, which is scheduled to take place in a couple of days. You got out of the dark place by writing a novel, the pages we've been finding. But your double edited it into a horror story that's now changing reality, taking over people,
Yeah.
making them crazy, bringing the dark place to Bright Falls.
Yes, fiction coming in contact with the dark place can change reality. The story is coming true, soaking into everything like darkness when night falls. But last time
This will be back in 2010.
yes, last time it didn't happen all at once. The story came true bit by bit as it unfolded. And that dark presence was still bound to the lake. I stopped it before it got the ending it wanted. Before it broke free. Based on that, there's still time.
Which brings us to your magical light switch.
The clicker. Magical doesn't quite cover it. Scratch wants it to bring about his ending. That can't happen. If I can get the clicker, I can send him back to the dark place, make all this shit go away. Look, I know it's batshit crazy. My memory is full of holes, and I'm not sure how much I can trust. It's like a half-forgotten dream.
Mr. Wake. Alan. We've seen our share of batshit crazy in the past 24 hours. What I want to know is, why am I? Why are we written into the story?
I think I saw you. Or a vision of you in the dark place. I think you helped me reach out and escape somehow. With that in the story, Scratch would have edited it to get to you. To hurt you. We are all in danger.
All right, thank you for the information, Mr. Wake. Wait, this is my mind room.
It's insane. And there's so much of it.
That's surreal. Tell me about this clicker.
Have you ever heard of the Cult of the Tree?
Creepy bunch. In the habit of wearing deer masks, performing murder rituals, victims turning into monsters possessed by darkness. Possibly inspired by a horror story written by a certain author. Ring any bells?
Cult. Yes. Yes. They have the clicker.
If the cult has the clicker, does that make them Scratch's followers? How are you so certain they even have the clicker?
They could be working for Scratch. I don't remember. It's all confused.
Alan, if I'm gonna act on this information, you need to be honest with me.
Yeah, of course.
Is he confused? Or is he hiding something? Wake just gave us a lot of information. But this clicker seems like a good place to start. If we find that, then we find the cult. doesn't look right. Ugh. That's it. That's not right. Nightingale goes missing for 13 years, shows up murdered, and then turns into a monster. After I stop Nightingale, a rider who's also been missing for 13 years turns up. What's the connection? What kind of case is this? Wake has a double. Mr. Scratch. Where is he now?
A cloud of wrath wears my face. The dark place in your place. Scratching out my body of work.
Scratch is here. In Washington. He's hunting Wake. Wake said the cult has the clicker. How does he know?
The writer is the reader. The next chapter, the next chapter, the next chapter. Keep the pages safe, the dark shining of the words.
Wake is hiding pages. That's how he knows the cult has the clicker. Scratch looks just like Wake. Why?
Don't wake up the dreamer if your life is a dream. I swam to the shore, but the water is rising.
Wake and Scratch are clearly connected. Maybe Scratch got out because Wake did. Or vice versa. Okay, Mr. Wake. I know you have more pages of the manuscript on you.
You don't understand how vital these pages are. They're the only way I can know what's coming.
You're not the only one trying to solve this. This is our job.
Okay. Here. Now, this is all I have. Be careful with them.
Inside the trailer, at the outskirts of Watery, Saga had seen Wake's fabled clicker for the first time, in the hands of the Cult of the Tree. A cultist stared at her. She drew her weapon.
Interesting, so we got one of the future.
The pages we've been finding are from a horror story called Return, written by Alan Wake. And the contents of this book are coming true. Why couldn't it have been a romance? Ugh. The cult of the tree has the clicker Wake told me about. They're a part of all this. It's all on the page. The clicker, the cult. Okay, I'll head to Watery and find this trailer. Casey, you stay here and keep an eye on Mr. Wake.
Got it.
No, you need me there.
No dice, pal. This is an FBI investigation, and I don't see a badge on that flannel.
Dang, I wish I wouldn't have skipped through whatever that said. I want to look at everything before saving, and I'm going to end the episode here, and we'll pick up in the next episode. Switch reality. I am going to check that out, but right after I save. Yeah, so now we are officially playing as both characters. It might even be like somewhat semi-open world if we're able to switch realities and whatnot. Let's see. Is this going to make me Alan Wake back in the train station? Or the dark place, not the train station.
I was back. I wasn't able to escape. A dark presence had stopped me. I had seen the title page of another manuscript. Return. Wow. I didn't remember writing it, but it felt familiar. Important.
Initiation Draft 2.
The plot board was empty again.
Interesting. Writing is the goal. Alright, so here is where we're going to pick up in the next episode of Alan Wake 2. So if you've enjoyed, go and leave a like, comment, and subscribe. As always, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next episode. Bye.